So I want to first of all give a great, gigantic thank you to Danielle with VBN, because through her I was on the endorsed list, and I was able to. VBN is a gigantic tool to promote your local business. So I can't thank her enough.
And welcome back to another episode of Local Lens, where we highlight local business owners here in Vero Beach and Sebastian at Riley Black Studios, your premier podcast recording and content creating space. On the show today, we welcome Joseph of JSM PiX. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty well. It's nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Sorry,
not me, because we've met.
We've met before.
We met, like 20 years ago. So for those who don't know, which is probably everyone because no one really knows me yet, Joseph and I used to be stepbrothers. Your mom and my dad were married for a little bit.
How long was that? Was that a few? It was like 3 years.
Yeah, it was a little bit. So at the time when they met, I was living with my dad.
Right.
And then I moved out shortly after that, and he moved in with you guys.
Right.
So I don't really know after that part. I don't know how long it was before he whatever happened. But we haven't been in contact for like 20 something years.
Yeah.
And then
like a random comment on VBN.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shout out to
VBN. She was on the show too.
I know.
She was
I told her, and then she told me, and then she told you, or then you told her.
Yeah.
So everyone knows.
Yeah. So so you made a random comment. I think you were looking for either a model or a space to shoot. You were looking for something, and then I was like, "Is that Joseph Martinez?" I'm like, no, and then I just clicked on it, and then I saw you. I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Yep. It was crazy. Actually Crystal who left a comment on something.
Well, because I told her.
Yeah.
Because I didn't reach out to you right away.
Okay.
I told her, I'm like, you'll never guess who lives here. Then she commented, and then I commented, and we got in touch.
I was like, you would not believe.
Yeah. So if you go to RileyBlackStudios.com and you see all the pictures here, or if you go to Google Maps and you search Riley Black Studios, the pro pictures taken were by him right over here. Awesome pictures. It was a great shoot.
We actually never talked about it.
Huh?
We actually never talked about it.
Yeah, this is the first time we talk about it since you've been crazy busy between you had a horse ranch shoot, you had a model shoot like in a pool, all that. So let's get into it a little bit. Tell us again your business and how you got into photography.
Well, photography, it's been nearly 20 years at this point for me too, but it started off pretty silly actually. It started off with a crush on a girl in high school, and a little bit right after high school, a girl messaged me and she wanted to just kind of see how I was doing, and I was like, I remember you. I used to like you a lot. But I didn't know how to talk to her. I was a little shy, so I oversold myself, and I messaged her back saying, like, oh, I'm starting a film company, and I wanted to get you in to see if you could do some pre-screening testing, shoot photos or something along those lines. And I didn't expect it to go anywhere. It was all a fib. and then she responded within 5 minutes saying, yes, I'm free today. If you want, I can head over there. And I was like, absolutely, I'm ready when you are. I'm always ready. Right. I was not. She legit drove over in her Audi TT.
Oh,
yeah, back then. This was MySpace days.
Yeah.
So back then this was. So I grabbed my mom's digital camera that was held together. The battery compartment was held together by tape. And I was like, this will have to do.
Right.
And at the time, if you remember, because you remember, my mom was a manager of a few of the apartments. Mm-hmm. And we had empty apartments that I would use to take photos.
As a photo studio.
Yes, as a studio, which worked for me. You know,
the walls were white. They would always be clean. Like it was like tile floors, if I remember correctly, and the white wall. Yeah,
and windows, and it was everything. It was a full empty apartment or townhouse.
Right.
So to the people coming to me, they're like, this dude just has a whole apartment studio like
Right.
ready to use. So walked her over there. I took the worst shots I've ever taken in my career. They look like mug shots. And by the end of it, she felt a little more comfortable. She kind of expressed herself a little more in a couple different poses. I took a couple of them. I edited them in the worst way possible. I can
What did you
feel
use?
now. Paint Shop Pro back then.
Oh, the Pro.
Corel,
Oh, Corel.
before it was bought out by whoever it was.
Right.
So Paint Shop Pro back then, it was like 6 or 7. It was a while ago. I made my edits. I sent them over to her. She loved them.
Of course she did.
Like unbelievably. Sent them to all of her equally like rich and attractive friends. And next thing you know, I had several.
So you didn't really lie. You were starting. You just didn't know you were starting.
Exactly. I didn't know she was going to help me start
Right.
it. Yeah. But no, that's it. A couple of messages after that. A bunch of her friends came to me. They wanted to do the same. And next thing I know, I was actually creating something different. I was like, okay, let me just try something else. Let's go on the stairs. Let's go by the window. Let's try this out. Put some caution tape on you. Let's get creative. And then I realized that I wanted to do something different. And if you follow my page at all, you'll see that my stuff is a little different. It's not all just shoots on the beach and you know, the same stuff over and over. Like I'll get a girl in a wedding dress and a dumpster, you know, stuff like that. Like I like to mix it up. So
yeah, I seen your stuff at like car washes. Like I was saying, the horse stall stuff came out cool.
Yeah.
And then the few models in the pool, like pools, like water level. That was pretty cool stuff. So when did you move to how long have you been in Vero Beach, and like when did you move here, and how far along were you in your career when you moved here?
I came over to Vero in the last 6 years. Just about 6 years now. No, I want to say 7 actually. I came up first when I was living in Plantation, but I came up from Miami, Broward, and then I came up here about 7 years ago when my brother passed away, and that was my calling to come here and be with my family. So I joined my mom and stayed pretty much. But in the last, I kind of put the camera away for a little while, focused on taking care of my mom a bit. And in the last year, I want to say back in October-ish of last year, is when I started to kind of pour myself out into Vero Beach, into VBN more than anything. And that's where it kind of picked back up, and I've put pretty much all my cards on photography, and it's been going great. It's been picking up. It's been so much learning and expanding and traveling.
Yeah.
So much traveling.
So where have you been in the past like month or so as far as like travel goes?
Okay. What day is it today? It's Tuesday, Thursday? No,
Today's Wednesday.
Okay.
Technically.
Friday night, a week ago, my girlfriend and I, we work together now through JSM together. We got booked for a fashion show in Leesburg. And it's through one of the brands that we photographed for the Orlando International Fashion Week. Okay. Which was about a month ago. Right. So through there, we've made so many connections. So Orlando, then we went back to Leesburg, Tampa twice. We did a maternity, and it's like another modeling portfolio, a wedding as well, and then back to Orlando to an exclusive, like high rollers kind of members only private nightclub.
Oh, okay.
They did a second part of the fashion show from last Friday, also at that exclusive nightclub. And I just delivered those photos today because they're like, hey, where are they, you know? Yeah. And I couldn't photograph any of the members. I couldn't show any other faces besides only the models that were there.
Right, real strict.
My modeling my runway was this big. So I struggled a little bit with that. It was nothing but fog.
Oh, yeah. That's great for pictures.
That's horrible. But then I had my dome. I couldn't set up my flash. It was tough.
Yeah.
But through the power of editing,
Yeah,
able to save
a lot better than Art Pro now. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, Corel, Paint Shop Pro. Oh yeah, oh definitely. I'll send you some if you want to flash a couple of those up. But I saved a lot of those photos with the power of editing, and they already responded saying they absolutely love them. So hopefully through that, we'll get linked for more private events and more fashion shows. And on September 10th through the 14th, that same designer is taking us to New York.
Oh, wow.
For the big New York Fashion Week.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's in a month. That's in a month from now.
Yeah, yeah. Because we go, where Crystal and I are going to a conference at the end of this month, August. Full disclosure, I don't know when this is going to air. I don't know when we're going to post this because we're a little bit behind on projects, as I'm sure you can relate. So I don't know when this is going to air as far as, but you're going to be, I believe you're episode 2. So don't hold me to that. I don't know if Crystal has already.
He already said I'm episode 2.
Yeah, so
I'm holding him to
that. So you got a lot of success in BBN in kind of like virtual networking and stuff. What kind of jobs do you get locally?
Locally, I've gotten a good handful of some branding, but a lot of people reach out when I post. So I want to first of all give a gigantic thank you to Danielle with VBN, because through her I was on the endorsed list, and I was able to. VBN is a gigantic tool to promote your local business, so I can't thank her enough. Through that, it took a little bit of experimenting here in Vero, but I discovered that I needed to stand out, in terms of the ideas and the pitches, because I remember I posted, I'll do your wedding for you. Here's a couple photos and 2 likes. I was like, that didn't work.
Right.
And then I said, I want to get some couples just over by the beach. I'll do one free one. If anyone else wants anything, then, small fee.
Right.
I got like 10.
Oh.
I was like, okay, cool. And I managed to get 2 couples. I did them both for free. And they love the photos. So I was like, okay, cool. This is getting somewhere. Let's see. I ended up setting up one of my events with the cars and the models and all of that. And I posted that and I got nothing. So I was like, okay, so modeling is not exactly a strong, point here. So let's see what works. So families, some wedding pitches, but mostly the couples.
Okay.
Couples are really, really, really good here. So I posted the car wash photos. I said I got some inspos. I'd like to do some of these. So if anyone is willing to give these a try, I'll do a couple of these for free, just so I can, get out there. And next thing you know, I had like 8 of those, and those take a lot of setup.
Right.
The lighting, the going to the place, getting everything ready, turning on the machines, actually getting the, all of the logistics of it in place. And again, shout out to Mark San Martino of Suds. He's the first one that reached out and said, "Come use my car wash."
Oh, okay.
And so through him, and he always kind of messages me here and there, like, "Hey, you're gonna do another one of those?"
Yeah.
And I actually, since it's been about a year now, I'm planning to post those again from last year, because those came out incredible. Those were probably some of my best shots. There's one shot in there specifically that was just unbelievable. So couples, weddings, and then some branding. I did some for the candles, Well Descent. I did some for 21st Amendment.
Okay.
Sort of. It was not for them specifically, but
Okay.
with them.
With them, right?
Yeah, so it was still some photos in the venue, and they tag me and I tag them.
Right,
So it was
right.
like it is, but it's not. I don't know. But then I did the Dragonfly and what's their landscaping, Dragonfly
Oh,
landscaping.
okay.
We did. They're the ones that actually lent us out the farm
Oh,
for
that's
the
cool.
horses,
Mm-hmm.
and in turn we photographed the venue, like the whole thing. They're setting that up to use as like a wedding
Wedding
venue
venue.
and music venue and things like that. So I'm gonna remember Jackie saying this to me, the owner. But if all goes well and once they're set up, I'm the like house photographer
Oh,
for the
cool.
events. So
Nice.
hopefully they set that up very soon.
So what is the dream of JSM Pics? Like where do you see yourself 2, 3, however far out you envision? Because everyone doesn't envision the same. Some people see, plan out for the next 5 years. Some are just trying to get through the month.
Yeah.
So where do you see JSM Pics down the road?
So since my niche is a little different, I very much center on fashion, and Vero asks for something else, than that. I try to combine it all together. I try to bring fashion into the maternity and the weddings and the
Right.
horses and everything. So I'm still trying to keep my niche, which I am favored for in other communities such as Orlando, Miami. Like when it comes to fashion, I got called, for fashion shows,
Yeah.
for big time models. We brought 4 of the Miss Universe and Miss Miami or Miss Houston, Miss Florida. They were part of the ranch and part of the pool shoot in Orlando. Those were like big time runway models. So that Orlando International Fashion Week kind of pushed JSM into that direction way more than it ever did before. Because I used to do fashion shows down in Miami and through a newspaper back then, but but that was in the past. So now working directly with the brand instead of working through a publication
Okay.
to get me into the venues is a whole different ballgame. I'm talking to the owners of these businesses now. We're setting up with this brand that we're doing New York with. I'm working directly with the brand to do individual photo shoots, her providing the outfits and us providing the studio on set, on location. And we're making a price for them to pay, and then we split it 50-50. So I'm literally working half and half with
Right.
big time,
Partnering up
brands and
with.
partnering them. So fashion is definitely where I see JSM. I've seen it there for 20 years. It's all there. You
Yeah.
can see it, but that's where I'm hoping it goes. I can't give you a timeline, but I'll think I might have a better idea after New York,
Right, for sure.
because I think that's going to be a big opportunity to get a better idea of what comes next.
Right. So let's tell, because you touched on people can see, where can they find your examples, and where can they find you?
So my website is jsmpics.com, but my Instagram also takes you to. Well, my Instagram is easier to show as a gallery. So my website showcases my Instagram, but it's easier to go to Instagram to just kind of scroll down.
And it's JSM Pics.
At jsm.pix.
Okay.
My first top pinned ones are a very now famous country singer, but he used to be like a screamo band
Oh,
singer. And the second photo is 50 Cent. I photographed him back in 2011, I want to say. No, that was before. It was like 2007.
Okay.
So even further back. And then the third one is Lady Gaga.
Oh.
I worked with her back in 2009, I want to say, right around then, down in Miami.
So who's the most memorable that you've worked with? Whether good or bad, you don't have to say if it was a good experience or a bad, but one that
that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never been asked that. Whew, I had a whole like
Right.
flashcard of so many events, so many concerts. I mean, memorable, unforgettable. I would say there was a concert. Not many will get this, I guess, but the band is called Escape the Fate.
Okay.
They're a gigantic part of my musical endeavors past high school, and they performed a huge tour where they were reconciling with the previous singer, and it was a whole thing. It was a meaningful tour,
Right.
and so I was able to photograph, and my camera died near the end of their set, and I didn't have an extra battery. So I grabbed my phone and I started recording instead. So on my YouTube channel, there exists one video where I just started recording. I was doing exactly this because I was in front of the pit, like I was in the middle of the barricade. So I was just walking freely. Everyone else was getting crushed
Right.
against the barricade, and I was just kind of freely walking around. And there's a part of the song I kind of like so I'm recording this way vertically because you're supposed to, and and the singer, he looks down at me. He finishes singing his part. He looks at me. He gives me the rock fingers and like sticks out his tongue, and then he gives me a thumbs up, and then he walks away. And I'm like, okay, that's
Fanboying out.
That was one of my favorite singers ever. And then there was a little buildup of the song right after that, and the crowd is going crazy. It's one of the most popular songs, and obviously when I'm in the behind the barricade, people see me as media, and I am. So I'm kind of pumping up the crowd a little bit, like I have no camera at this point, so I'm just enjoying the show. I can't leave.
Right.
I'm stuck there, and so there's like a little build up to the part of the song. And I remember I get up on the back side of the barricade, and I take a step up, and I like record the whole crowd. And it was like right at that like crowd work moment.
Right.
And everyone looked right at my camera, and they're like, ah! Like I have that video, like it's on my
awesome.
YouTube. Then right like 10 seconds after that, he walks all the way across like the side of the stage to where the crowd is. That has everyone raise their hands up, and he jumps into the crowd, and it gets crowd surfed back to me. And I help him get off the people, and then he climbs back up on the stage. Yeah. So memorable.
Yeah, that definitely takes the cake.
Yeah,
for sure.
And for being one of my favorites, obviously.
Right. Obviously, it had sentimental as well. How did you land that job? How did you get to that?
I worked through Out Loud magazine way down in Miami. They're out of business now, sadly, because they kept all my work. But it was through them. I don't remember how I landed them, but they gave me one shot to go take photos of a local band, and I went, took the shots, landed first page, like front page of their newspaper, magazine, Musicazine. And so they were impressed. So they said, anything you request is yours.
Nice.
So from then on, I just requested the ones I really liked. And so I got to see a lot of my favorite bands for free while photographing them.
Yeah.
So I did Warped Tour a lot.
Oh,
I did like 7 or 8 years of Warped Tour. I got to meet so many of my favorite artists to the point that they recognized me the next year.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's great. But Warped Tour is like right under that most memorable, because Warped Tour is always going to be a place in my heart.
For sure. And so with that, what is now you're transitioning into the fashion lane. Is there anyone you dream of working with in the fashion lane? Any model or brand?
Crazy enough, I don't see it that way. I don't know if maybe it's,
or maybe a venue, maybe like going to Milan for Fashion Week.
Oh, wow. I'll be honest with you, I haven't thought of it that way. I kind of I mostly just work with local and somewhat slightly international models to start landing gigs at the fashion shows, and within 3 fashion shows I landed New York Fashion Week. So I kind of climbed faster than I expected to up that ladder.
Yeah.
And so I'm still kind of pausing out for New York to see where I see after that.
Right.
But if I had any goal after that, New York is kind of a goal.
Right. Yeah. No, New York is big, especially
New
for
York
fashion.
Fashion Week
Yeah.
itself, Runway
It's a big
7.
deal.
I hope to I hope to work with Runway 7
Okay.
directly, because they are the hosts of this
Okay.
show.
So much like concerts would have various stages, they have various runways.
They have different days.
Oh, okay.
And different runways
Okay.
and different stages, all on different days. So like in one day, there's like 30 shows, and it's a whole week. I have, with the brand I'm working with, they'll do the 11th. I'll be doing her show on that day, but just being part of the designer's crew, we got our passes for the week.
Okay.
So we can go and photograph any event of the entire week.
Awesome.
Saturday and Sunday are the big Runway 7 shows, which are what you see on TV. Like whoever wins there or gets the highest remarks, those are the ones that end up like Victoria's Secret, like that type of level of notoriety. Or
will you be able to post those pictures?
yes.
Yes. Okay. So be sure to be on the lookout. Go to JSM PiX on Instagram, JSM.PIX.
That's right.
On Instagram, and be sure to look out for those pictures. Anything else you want to leave with?
That's kind of it. I'm really excited to see how this looks. I've never done this before, so
This is your first time podcasting?
yes.
Yeah.
I've with someone, I guess,
Okay.
because I have my own little setup at home, but I never really did anything for me. I just have it set up by music,
Right.
recording. But
Yeah, I remember. I remember you teaching yourself guitar. But it's a whole other conversation. Could be a
Whole
whole
other
other show. Well, thanks for hanging out for about half an hour and coming in to the studio. If you guys know of a business that we should highlight here at Local Lens, let us know. We focus on Vero Beach and Sebastian because we're located in Sebastian, but we're open to the Treasure Coast. So this is a place for business owners to come share their stories and for you guys to meet the owners behind some of these businesses that you may know. So that'll do it for Local Lens. We'll catch you next time.
And if any of those businesses need photos,
Of course, JSM PiX.